Welcome back in, everyone, to Media Day here at the 2024 ITA Division I Men's Team Indoor Championships. We are joined now by the head coach of the Duke men's tennis team, Coach Ramsey Smith. Coach, first of all, pleasure to see you and the guys here. Let's start just there. To be back at this event, what does that mean to the Blue Devils?
It means a lot. You know, it's been a couple years, and we've worked really hard to get the pieces right to get here. Feel like we made a big step forward. Obviously, end of season last year, making it to that final 16, and got to host kickoff, which is obviously always nicer than traveling. And we did a good job winning both those matches 4-0, and yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm curious, when you look for this group in particular, just to expand on that, to have so many fifth years and seniors back who all were very clear why they were coming back for an opportunity to do something that the program hadn't done in a while. Is it gratifying to have that sort of result early? And I'm curious, with that result, how you keep your eye on the ball moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, from the very beginning, you know, we want to play our best tennis towards the end.
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of always the goal. Obviously, you know, kickoff was a secondary goal, and we want to do well. You know, we've had a good season so far. We took a hit at Illinois Northwestern. We didn't play our best there, but then we bounced back right away to beat Yale and Kentucky at home. But it's a special group. Again, those three super seniors, you know, came through our program for 4 years and now 5 years. It's an entertaining group. I'm trying to soak up every minute of it, and yeah, they're just doing a great job.
Yeah, you mentioned that weekend at Illinois. Since you brought it up, I can now discuss it. It's been a weird start for your team, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even the 4-3s, now VCU's excellent, but you know, 4-3 there. I know it was 4-0 Princeton at the clinch, but that ends up 4-3. I know Pedro's lost more times this year already than he did all of 2023. What's the start been like from your perspective as the head coach?
A little up and down.
Sure.
Ultimately, we've been able to, you know, get the wins, except for that one weekend. I think, you know, the Illinois match, you know, at their place, we love playing up there. It's a challenge. They have a great team. You know, Northwestern, we didn't show up. You know, and that one was disappointing. But I think we learned from that, and we bounced back very strong. The Kentucky match was an absolute battle, and it was good to see the guys come through there. And, you know, so I think we're feeling really good coming into this tournament, but we also understand that, you know, anyone can beat anyone, not just with our season, but you look at some of these results, like there's so much parity, so many good teams, and you got to be ready to go.
Yeah, I'm curious, for your group, you talk about that parity. Obviously, Garrett, Pedro, Andrew, what they've done at the top three speaks for itself, but there's a lot of parity in your lineup. There's also the fact that, you know, again, it's all the six same starters. It's the same group back for another season. How do you, as the head coach, make sure this group avoids stagnation, that they continue to improve day in, day out on the little things?
Yeah, I'm actually not too worried about it. It's a really motivated group. They come to work every single day, win or lose. They've been like that for a while now. We got great leadership, which, as you know, is really important. You know, it's a lot of the same guys, but you know, Jake is stepping up into a new role. You know, he's only lost once this spring. Visser, you know, was injured in the fall, didn't really get much under his belt, and he's a big time player. So we have a lot of options and a lot of, you know, some different guys that are stepping up. You know, we had Dale and Pedro lose a couple times the first weekend, which was like, you know, just never happens. Yeah. Other guys have the opportunity to step up. So all about finding a way to win those 4 points.
What did it mean to you over the course summer, fall, to see guys like Garrett, Pedro go off into the pro tour and have success the way they did?
It's awesome. I mean, those guys are so into their tennis and obviously fully pro track, and they're not just out there competing, they're winning titles. Good for them, good for the program. And yeah, I mean, Garrett's such a cool story. I mean, his freshman year, he wasn't in our lineup at the very beginning. He was listed at 7, and he, you know, didn't complain once. He put his head down, got more focused, and just put in the work, and you know, now he's obviously one of the best college players in the country. And, you know, we have those two guys that are essentially interchangeable at one. I mean, they're both number one players. And then Zhang is sneaky, man. He just wins. And I really think he's, you know, maybe the most important piece of our program. And he just same thing day in, day out, and he's such a pain to play, which is good for us and bad for opponents.
I told him he has to go 3-0 if he's going to wear that leg sleeve though this weekend, because like that's a bold play for the senior. And I should point out to our listeners who won't know, Andrew Zhang from my hometown, dear friends with my cousin, younger brother, so I'm allowed to poke fun at him a little bit. But you mentioned Jake stepping up in the lineup the way he has, and you know, in particular, like, I think Andrew's also lost more matches this year than he did all of last season. So what does it mean to have him, Connor, Ferris, all these different options at the bottom of your lineup step up the way they have? Do you feel like you guys have some serious depth this year?
I do. I feel like we're missing a piece or two like we've had in some of our matches. Like the next guy steps in and it just gives us an opportunity. And again, to be stronger towards the end of the year. Jake is our most consistent worker of all our guys, and he had some troubles when he first started in college and, didn't step up in some moments, but he's been unbelievably consistent now in dual matches, and it's just been special to see him, just get that recognition, and he's just a big-time player with a big-time game, and he's playing his best tennis right now.
Yeah, no, certainly. Again, looking forward to watching your team compete in person, because it's been a while since I've gotten to see them play, or at least, again, in person versus streaming.
You watch everything.
Yeah, let's be clear. I've watched them play many a times, but the in-person experience is always a little bit different, and in that vein, I'm curious, what's more important to you? Getting off to a strong start against an ACC rival, obviously in Virginia, match one, or to beat your former college roommate in Andreas, match one? Which one weighs more heavily?
Just worried about the team. Just worried about the team. Obviously, Virginia, they're, the benchmark, and so they got us 3 times last year. I felt we made progress each time. We got to beat them if we want to kind of reach our goals. Obviously, it's really early in the season. They have a great team. Looking forward to a battle. It's always fun competing against Dre, but it'd be nice to finish with a win at the end of the dual match. But we're just doing everything we can to put ourselves in the best position, and I know our guys are excited, ready to go.
Draw comes out. Are you excited to get that shot at them so early? Because you mentioned they are the standard you're chasing. Is it a mental hurdle for your guys to get to see them this early?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just another opportunity. We know we're going to see them at least once, probably a couple times, and I think this is the time to play them. Obviously, you see what they've done, towards the end of the year, and I think part of me is like, okay, it'd be cool to play, some of these other teams from across the country, but it is what it is, and I'm definitely motivated and excited for it.
Well, in that spirit, I'm curious, what do you want to learn about your team this weekend? What are the goals for the Duke Blue Devils as we approach these next 4 days?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of the same stuff, just preparing for every single match, and then going out there and just feeling good with what we put out there. And again, we've done that every single match except for one. I think we learned from that. I think just going after it, playing on our terms, working a lot on just composure and how we are between points and how we handle adversity. Because each dual match is an adventure, individually, collectively. A lot of good things and bad things happen. Usually, the team that manages those things end up being the most successful at the end.
It's always better to get the one out in February than May, I always say. So at least your team's got that one behind them, and now, again, it's clear eyes, clear focus as they head towards this weekend. And obviously, again, looking forward to watching the Blue Devils compete. So, Coach Ramsey Smith, thank you as always for taking the time to chat, and good luck to you and the team this weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.